The content on this channel has been created for adults. If you're not at least 13 years of age or older, then please do not watch this content. Sorry, dude. Come back when you're 13.
Yeah, baby girl. You know what I wanna do. Come on. Yeah, baby girl.
What's up, OFFTAPFAM? Welcome back to another vlog. It's your homie, Faith Chase, aka Cross Effects, aka Chosen Effect, back on the deck, getting ready to wreck the set. Guys, welcome to the Queen Show, okay? I might have to change this name later. I forgot to do a little research and make sure that this name wasn't taken by some other entity out there doing a Queen Show podcast or something like that. So if there is no one else out there using this name, then yeah, we will be the Queen Show so that we can also have it as a podcast and as a show. Otherwise, I'll have to think of another name, which may be Queen Army. Maybe that's even a better name since that's who we are, you know what I mean, guys? So anyways, before I get started with the Queen Show today, which is the premiere episode, this is number 1. And before I kind of explain and make sure we're on the same page so you know what it's about and what we're really doing here, because it's interactive, it's going to be a lot of fun. I think you guys are going to really like this. I want to give a shout out to Holly, because not too long ago, I just finished being able to talk to Holly. She's one of you guys. She's one of us. She's one of the family. And it was really great to talk to a subscriber, you know, part of our family, part of the community. You know, it's super cool. Holly is an awesome person. So guys, if you see her in the comments later or in live chat or somewhere, show her some love. She is freaking awesome. She gave me some valuable feedback and a little more Queen information and all those juicy bits, and yeah, it was really positive and an awesome conversation. So shout out to you, Holly, and shout out to all of you, shout out to the entire family. I'm feeling super freaking on top of the world right now because there's so much love. We have an awesome community full of lots of beautiful people, and I feel blessed. So thank you to each and every one of you. Okay, now, without further ado, let's get into the show. Let me explain to you how this show is going to work. I don't think anyone else has done anything like this. I don't think anyone else is doing anything like this. I think this is groundbreaking what we're going to be doing here. So, basically, this came from the reality that you guys freaking, oh my gosh, I'm trying to do, this is supposed to be used for the podcast right now, you know, to get a little better audio. I don't know, since they can't see me in the podcast land when this does get uploaded to a podcast, yeah, I might just turn it on now just so I can have that extra layer of quality sound just in case. And is that powering on? Yes, okay, we've got power now. Instead of me starting over, I could have started over and no one would have been wiser, but you know, hey, I'm already here. All right, that's recording now. Yes, there we go. Extra quality. There we go. All right, guys. So the way this is going to work is this. All right. So the cool thing is that you guys are like full of all kinds of information, backstories on each song, information about the group, the band, freaking rumors, freaking facts, freaking all kinds of interesting stuff goes on in the comments. And I read them and I enjoy them, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, a lot of people would really enjoy this information and read it, because I don't know how many people literally go and read all the comments all the way through. I don't know. I don't know if a lot of people do that, but I thought we could make this into a really cool show. And it's kind of like, you know, I was explaining to Holly, I was like, you know, it's like The Walking Dead, when The Walking Dead comes on and then suddenly after The Walking Dead, they have the after show where they talk about the show. So we're going to do that. We're going to talk about the songs or the documentaries or whatever we watched the day before. And so I'll go through your comments the next day and create this show, which we're doing now, which I think is going to be a cool little treat and a lot of fun, because when I air the video, and for today we're doing bicycle race. This is going to be interesting. But when I do the video, I always premiere it, which allows me to be interactive with you guys while the video is playing. So the video is playing, is premiering, and there's the live chat, and I can chat with you guys in the live chat, and we can be interactive while that's playing. That's really freaking awesome, right? Then I'm also being interactive because your comments that you left the day before on the actual video itself is also being interactively, I'm delving in, I'm answering them, I'm talking, I'm responding, which solves my other problem I have, which is basically not having enough time to type and reply to every comment. It's quicker to just talk and speak. So I think this is going to be really cool. It's interactive, full of information. There might be stuff that you find out you didn't know about. And if you're in your car or you're in the kitchen washing dishes or whatever, this would be a cool little podcast to have, because, you know, it's just a bunch of yappity yap yap yap. Which I tend to, kind of do a bit, but it's good. It's good talk, because we're talking about Queen, the super group, the awesome freaking Queen group. And I think this is really great. We're interacting, you and I, this is just great. I think it's great. Let me know in the comments below what you think. And we'll grow in time. We'll get this more polished and everything. You know, I'm even like at some stage back on the red sofa in the studio, you know, maybe have a couple guests who are also into Queen or something from time to time. Maybe find some local Queen fans out here. Who knows? You know, we'll just play it by ear and go with the flow. Wouldn't it be cool if one day I could get one of, Roger or not Brian, is it Brian? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think, or one of them stopped, retired. I remember, I heard you guys say they left and they're not doing any more shows. I think that was Brian, who's not doing any more shows now. Anyways, that's why these comments are very helpful, because I will get even more educated on all of this, and I won't be second guessing these things. And we're going to get into it now. So welcome officially to the Queen Show. Let's get it on. All right, so we did, in case you're new here and you have not watched yesterday's reaction, you can go watch it. Yesterday we did Queen Bicycle Race, the official video, and I reacted to it. And the video was caught me off guard. Probably one of the few times that I'm a little bit like, I don't know what to say to this. I'm a little bit speechless. I was freaking just like, wow, what am I watching here? And the song was great though. Great song, great freaking, as you guys know, right? It's already going to be an awesome song because Queen did it. But there were some things that caught me off guard. So we're going to go through this. We've got here, now we had, this is, I don't know how, what is this today, 12th. So 12th in Australia, 11th in back home in the States. And other countries, you're either the 11th or the 12th. I don't think there's a 13 in the mix. We're ahead of the curve here, underneath down in Australia at the moment, and back home in the States, we're behind. And depending on where you are in the world, you're somewhere above and behind. So we've got the date. These comments have been left some 8 hours ago, some 9 hours ago. It's gonna be really cool. So I'm not going to, there's no particular method to the madness. I don't really have a set order. I'm just going to kind of stroll through them. I guess this is just really through popularity, I guess. And we're just going to kind of go through them. And let's talk about this song, and let's talk about the comments, and let's see what's being said and what we can find out about everything. This is episode 1, Bicycle Race. Let's do it. All right. So we have the first comment here is from Mookie. And now we had 89 comments. That's pretty good. I like that. 89 comments. This is early in the game for us. You know, I've looked at the videos and they tend to, you know, this will double, triple after a while, and our views and all that kind of stuff. So it's really fresh still. So, you know, this is for you guys now that you know we're going to be doing this. Get in quick. Every time we do a video, make sure you get those comments and everything that you want to talk about that particular song, any references, any ideas, any thoughts, any questions, whatever you want, and get them down there so that when I record the video, that your feedback, your comments are there and I can, you know, include them in the show. You know what I mean? This is pretty cool. And yeah, now if I happen to have a couple little extra bits of information, I will also add them in the show because, you know, I've been doing a little snooping around after the fact, you know, and found a couple little bits of information too. I'm not an expert, but you guys probably already will know what I'm going to say because I'm basically just Googling stuff. So, so all right, Mookie said this. Freddie often incorporated a rap style delivery for his vocals. Check out Stone Cold Crazy from the Sheer Heart Attack album. Now, I actually had said, yeah, like, you know, he kind of felt like he was doing like a little bit of a rap style on the thing. And so that was really interesting that he actually said that that was something that he often did, a rap style delivery. And that is really cool. I didn't know that, but it's another check in the Freddie freaking awesome column. So there was 3 replies underneath that as well. Oh, I replied too. I said he is full of surprises. Love it. We'll check it out later. And then Joseph said, we like catching you off guard. It was Queen's mission to catch us off guard. And I never remember the BBC showing this video on Top of the Pops. Oh, okay. I could be wrong. I think a teenager, which I was at the time, would remember it. Do no harm. Do unto others as they would have you do unto them. I have comorbid with asparagus dyspraxia. Okay, I could never ride a damn bicycle. Okay, so shout out to you, Joseph. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but my heart goes out to you, and I hope that you're doing well. So, and I apologize for anyone for not knowing what that is. That just really not sure. Never seen those words. Dyspraxia. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, much love to you, and thank you for leaving a comment, and thank you for Mookie as well for leaving your little bit of information there. I really appreciate it. Now we're going to keep on moving on, and because look, here's the thing, guys. Now I want to try to make this show, ideally in a perfect world, it's like a 30-minute to maybe a 60. It's somewhere between 30 and 60 minutes. I think 30 to 45 minutes. It's probably a good time for a podcast. You know, I've seen a lot of them. Some of them go for like 60 minutes. Some of them go for freaking an hour 30 and stuff. 2 hours even. I'm seeing like freaking a couple of them go for 2 hours and stuff. But we're not going to go that long. You know, we'll kind of play it by ear somewhere between 30 minutes and 60 minutes. I think that'll be fine. We'll go off the flow. And yeah, you know, it'll be pretty cool. And the cool thing is you guys get to see the video version. There'll always be the video version. It won't just be the podcast. So the video version will always come on YouTube like usual on the channel. It's completely like super cool, I think. And then you can also listen to podcasts later if you're going on a long drive. That'll be handy because no one should be watching their freaking screen while they're driving. Even though I know there's people who do it. Okay, so we're going to keep moving here. Let's check this out. If you want to see them all as queens, not just Freddie, watch the official video of I Want to Break Free. Gerald sent that through. Gerald, that song is coming soon. Yes, everybody, I am going to do I Want to Break Free soon because I know it's something you guys have been requesting. And I just saw the title and I was like, yeah, how many times do we all feel like we just want to break free, right? That's just like the way it is. There was a couple of other comments underneath there. One was mine. Man, I was on the ball. Okay. And then Montre said, hardworking musicians having fun while working. I was 16 when it came on TV and I couldn't stop laughing. That is so cool. That is really cool. Okay, so some juicy information right now. Okay, here we go, some backstory. Here we go. On this song, Freddie wrote it after seeing a leg of the Tour de France. While they were in France even, recording an album, and they were there for tax purposes. And then he says, the rest is just hitting various hot topics of the day. Oh, and for the record, Freddie was a Star Wars fan. That was another thing. Saying otherwise in the song just worked better. Heh. All right, so that's BBBFST, triple BFST. Thank you for your comment. And guys, that is a really juicy bit of information for the song, because when I first heard that he was not a Star Wars fan, I was like a little bit caught off guard, because I'm like, I don't know if I can trust anyone who's not a Star Wars fan. And hey, there's nothing wrong. Everyone, we all have our taste and stuff, but man, I just never heard of anyone not being a Star Wars fan at least a little bit, right? Like, come on. But yeah, I was caught off guard, a little bit surprised. To each their own though. If you don't like Star Wars, that's fine. That's cool. I'm not going to hold that against you. But that is information that I like to hear, that he was a Star Wars fan. That's really cool. And I read somewhere in the comments later, I'm also going to come across a comment, whether that was in the comments or was in the live chat. One of you said that he also sat in Darth Vader's lap sometimes when he was singing live. That is going to be cool to see. So, can't wait to see that. And apparently, also, Holly told me I'm only just like, there's so many songs and things, like I'm only just really getting scratching the surface here. So much to look forward to. I can't wait. This is really awesome. Okay, so the other thing is, yeah, just knowing that song, I was wondering, how do you just decide, like, you know, you're sitting there and I imagine them being really sophisticated, cool. I could see Freddie, you know, having a cigarette or something, and I don't know if he smoked, I'm just assuming. Cool rock dude guy, you know. You know what, guys? I think we should do a song about bicycles. Like, how does that pop in your head? And this explains it. They were literally at a bicycle freaking race. The Tour de France, if you guys don't know, is a freaking huge race for bicycles. And I think there was a legendary bike rider who, I think he won it quite a few times, was Lance Armstrong, but I think he's like blacklisted now because they found out he was allegedly maybe taking some stuff he shouldn't have been taking, and it kind of made it unfair, apparently, allegedly. I don't know. But yeah, that's interesting that that's how this song came to be. It's good to know there was some inspiration. This does not explain why the girls ended up being naked, which really caught me off guard that this song existed. And I read that somewhere in the comments someone had said that that song was actually blacklisted back home in the States, banned, which makes sense to me. But that being said, I know there's really progressive kind of countries, like I think France is one of them, ironically. It's France, where this type of commercial, they be like, oui, oui. Oui, oui, oui. I don't know. That's probably, I'm sorry for anyone who's French who thought that was going to be a good impersonation. I know it needs work. I'm sorry. Okay, moving on. Oh, there it is. It's the next one. Okay, so there we go. Christine. Hello, Christine. Christine Irving. I should say last names too, maybe, because there might be more than one Christine. By the way, my mom's name was Christine. Rest in peace. She was beautiful. I wish you guys could have met her. Been really cool to have her on and we could have talked about it. I think my mom liked Queen, actually. I'm not sure, but if I like Queen, surely she had to like Queen, because, you know, I'm cut from the same cloth, you know? All right, so Christine had this to say. She said, the vid was banned in the States. The rest of us just went, well, it's Queen. And Faith, if this one caught you out, I can't wait to see what you make of I Want to Break Free. So, okay. I've got something to look forward to. I definitely need to do that song. But there you go. It was banned back home in the States. So let's see what other information we can find here. This is not information. It's just someone saying, again, it's actual triple BFST again. It is, or he or she, I'm not sure if it's a he or she, but they say, okay, this is the funniest reaction ever. I was wondering what you'd think of this one. Still laughing on documentaries. Again, 1 to highly recommend Days of Our Lives. Best Queen documentary there is with their musical journey, interview history, whatever. It's great. So guys, yeah, I'm going to get to all of these. And I need to figure out a better system because like, we're getting so many requests, which is fantastic, except the thing is, I'm already going to do the whole catalog. I'm doing all the songs. I'm going to do everything, documentaries, lives, everything. So when you make the request, it's like, yep, I'm going to do it, but I can't do them all at the same time. So I have an idea that might fix that situation, which I might try out. So I'll gonna think about it a little bit more and I will let you know in the next video my idea, because I think it's a good idea, but I just need to think about it and make sure it is a good idea. Okay, let's move on here and see here. It says Arwen left this comment here. I haven't watched your reaction yet. No headphones, hubby sleeping, but just a little personal anecdote about this song. I probably said that wrong. Anecdote. Gosh, I've never used that word. So, yeah, okay. I just learned another word, even though I technically haven't learned it because I can't say it properly, but I know what it means. It means another little tidbit about this song. I'm putting one and one together. Sometimes you will get two. Okay, it says, so we saw Queen last year and the previous song was wrapping up and the trilling of the bicycle bells started ringing. No less than 3 women in our area jumped out of their seats and started bouncing up and down and clapping and whooping. I start looking at them and all of them had shirts with bicycles on them. What? All 3 women were completely random and unrelated. I've never seen such excitement and pure glee over a song like that before. It was a fun, unexpected little moment. That would have definitely been fun and unexpected. And what a moment that would have been, my gosh. And that would have left me really speechless. I wouldn't know what to say or do. So, wow. Thank you for sharing that with me. I appreciate that. Let's keep looking here, see what else we've seen. So Lauren says, yes, they have plenty of deep songs, but this isn't really one of them. Pure fun. Freddie used to ride out on stage on the shoulders of someone dressed as Darth Vader. That's where it is, as a reference to the Star Wars line, which he did actually like. They were also made to censor the original album art of the bare bottom with a painted on bikini bottom. Okay, so that is really interesting. That right there is a really interesting thing, because I had mentioned it with the Darth Vader, and now we know that, yeah, that was a fact, and that was a thing. Thank you, Lauren, for sharing that information. This is another, Valerie left one. The cover art for the single was a nude girl on a bike from behind. The US wouldn't allow the nude image, so they had to add underwear on the image before they could release it in the US. So that's interesting. This is stuff that the average person just wouldn't know, you know? Like, I wouldn't know any of this. And there's probably a lot of you out there who are like me who don't know this stuff. And you're hearing the song and you're like, wow, I always wondered about that. Hey, that's really interesting. Why didn't it? Okay, that makes sense. See, like, so that's really dope. All right, I get it now. So it's starting to rain here, by the way. I wonder if the mic is picking that up. But yeah, it's raining here. Guys, just so you know, I'm recording this right now at 4:12 a.m. in the morning in Australia right now. This is when I'm recording this. There's so much stuff that I am still working on at all hours of the day. I am a minimalist. I don't really sleep much whatsoever. I'm going to catch up on that when I die. That's the plan. So if I die, allegedly, because I don't know if everyone dies. It cannot be proven that everyone will die. Think about it. it's kind of, there's hope that maybe one of us has superpowers and are immortal. Just saying, I could be Superman too. I actually have a Superman shirt with the S on it, like Freddy. I actually have one. I like it. I got the Supergirl one, the version. Supergirl, Superman, potato. Like he said, black or white. Hey, bicycle, tricycle? Okay, let's keep going. Let's see what else we got here. Now, we've got about 3 minutes, and it's going to be a situation where this is going to freeze and stop. So, if I preemptively stop now and come back, then we will have another up to 30 minutes to use to finish getting through this. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be back in 1 second. And we're getting back into this. Okay, so looking at some more of your beautiful comments here. Oh, I like this one. Yeah, I replied to this one earlier. So Diana North, she actually wrote, awesome, you're right. The whole message of the song is about embracing non-conformities, to not follow the pack or blindly do what everyone else is doing. Just think for yourself, love who you love, and live the life the way you want. It champions individuality and is exactly what Queen was and still is. In case you didn't catch it, don't worry, the lines about not liking Star Wars or believing in Superman were meant as a joke. That is good to know, because Superman, I like Superman as well. And then it says, Brian May clarified that on Twitter. So during the jazz tour concerts, Freddie would ride on the shoulders of a big burly guy dressed as either Superman or Darth Vader during the finale, singing We Will Rock You. Also, Brian May is, of course, a huge Star Wars sci-fi fan. So he also not only would sometimes ride on Darth Vader, but also Superman. That would have been a sight to see. That just would have been a real sight to see. You guys who saw this live, wow, you are lucky. So, yeah, I'm only slightly jealous. Okay, I'm a lot jealous, but what can I do about it? Nothing. I can't, I can only live through your experiences. So keep sharing them. Keep telling me your stories, because that is about as good as it's gonna get and close to being there. All right. Moving right along, let's see what else we got here. Teresa says, it's another one of their fun songs. Enjoy it with a smile instead of trying to find a message. That is good advice in life. We sometimes tend to try to find meaning in every single thing. And, instead of just being in the moment and just going to the flow and enjoying it. Why do we have to always pick everything apart? I get that. That's a great comment. Thank you, Teresa, for sharing. Simon says, Fat Bottom Girls and Bicycle Race were released as a double A-side. That is very interesting to know. Double A-side, in case you guys are wondering. Wait, is that before? Wait, okay. I actually might not have my facts right on this. I'm going to assume that double A-side means like an album, like a record, vinyl, with 2 tracks on the A side of the album, right? I think so. On the vinyl. For you guys who don't know, vinyl, there used to be this thing called vinyl. There's actually people who probably have never seen vinyl. That's crazy. I've seen it because I DJ, but yeah. I actually learned how to DJ on vinyl, so I'm a real DJ too, I'm not one of those ones who learned some other way. I'm not insulting anyone who has other ways that they learn to DJ. I'm just saying I learned on vinyl, and then I went to CDs, and then now, yeah, both of those are obsolete, and you just really just got your big controller and your MP3s or your WAV files, and you're just going to town digitally. So times have changed. Technology is crazy. I remember seeing 8 tracks in my dad had a car that had some 8 tracks in it, and I thought, what are those things there? Like, those are crazy, these 8-track things, man. And they played music. Go figure, right? And then there's little cassette tapes, and just crazy how time just keeps evolving and changing. Like, wow, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, let's keep moving on. Let's see what else we can find here about the song that is interesting, because I want to try to get through as many of these, but I've come to realize that 82 comments kind of takes a long time to go through, even when we're talking about it. This could very easily end up being like a, 4-hour show if I actually do that with every single comment. So I'm going to jump around a little bit, guys. And I think that is going to be the best way. Otherwise, we won't get through all these. I thought it would go quicker, but there's a lot of information in these. Some of these are really, really full of information. Okay, so here's a good one. So Angie Penrose wrote, just FYI, bicycle helmets weren't really a thing that existed outside of, maybe haven't looked it up, pro cycling back then. When I was a kid, 60s and 70s, we probably would have mocked the crap out of any kid who wore a helmet to ride a bike. Shrug. It just sounded incredibly stupid when it first started going around, which was later. I didn't start seeing ordinary people riding bikes with helmets until like the early to mid 80s. And it didn't become really common until 5 to 10 years later. So when they find this, nobody would thought of helmets. It's not like the absence of helmets was some kind of political statement about freedom or whatever. It just wouldn't have come up. So that is very interesting. Now Australia has a freaking crazy rule over here where you have to wear bicycle helmets. And I used to ride freestyle BMX, and the only time I wore a helmet was when I was doing the cool tricks on the freaking ramp, the half pipes, the vert, all that kind of cool stuff. If I'm just cruising down, going to the store, I want to look good, first of all. And I don't want the helmet messing up my hair. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that. I don't want that action. I just don't want it happening. There's times I'm wearing makeup, and because I ride motorbikes as well, like motorcycles, and nothing frustrates me more when you're wearing a helmet and you pull it off and half of your face comes off with it. Your hair is messed up, your face is messed up, you look like you freaking just got beat up. It's not a cool sight. I don't like it. I understand they're supposed to save your life, but if you go back to what I was saying about the one rule, we only need one rule on the planet, and that is, you can do whatever you want as long as you don't hurt anybody else. So if you tell me that, for your safety, it's probably a good idea you wear a helmet, I want to be able to say, thank you. I'll take that under advisement. But I don't want to mess up my hair and my makeup, because it took me 2 hours to get my makeup perfect. And I don't want to take all that time to freaking do that just to mess it up again. And then when I get to where I get to, I have to spend another freaking 2 hours touching up my face again. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So helmets to me, yeah, they're not sexy. You remember, like, you watch those cool movies and the wind's blowing through the hair and they're in the bikes and stuff and everyone looks cool. And it's like, you got the cool look, the eye contact. It's like, how you doing? How you doing? You can't do that when you got a freaking helmet on. It's just not the same. You just don't, no, it's not cool. So anyways, that's my thoughts. Great one though. Thanks for the information, Angie. Okay. Someone else saying, Luda Queenie saying the remark about Star Wars was a thing back in the day. Freddie actually came out on stage at a concert. Someone else saying about the Darth Vader. Din Hum says, I remember when this song hit the radio in the States as teenagers, we were always trying to figure out what the song meant. I just summed it up as being a silly, fun song. In today's world, everybody takes everything too seriously and imply anything that may not like as an insult. I agree that we need to drop political correctness and learn to love one another, warts and all, as this song implies, freedom and being free to be yourself. We need to embrace that concept today and stop talking or taking everything personally when in fact nothing was meant to be personal. I agree with all of that. Enough of the soapbox. I just want people to come together, since we as a human race can achieve so much more together rather than tearing each other and the world apart. This leads me into requesting Queen's The Miracle official video. The song was written by Freddie Mercury and John Deacon while Freddie was fighting AIDS. Wow. Unfortunately, Queen was never able to do this one live because Freddie could no longer tour. This song is such a hopeful song about the world coming together. That is beautiful. This is one of my favorite music videos they did. I do not want to spoil it for you, but it is incredibly creative and very hopeful. Please put this in your rotation sooner rather than later. Wow, that is a great, great comment. And you know, I'm someone who's constantly just, you know, I'm very much pro about, you know, people being out there, being able to live their lives to the fullest, spreading love, not hate, you know, all the positive stuff that I feel we all need to do. I also feel like, you know, there was a time when people seemed to be a bit more tough. You know, like their skin was a bit tougher or something. I don't know. It just feels like every little thing these days, you got to be on eggshells a little bit. You're not sure if someone's gonna take it the wrong way, and it feels like, you know, I think there has to be a balance. You know, like things sometimes just, I think people are just a little bit too sensitive about some things. You know, like come on, like just chill out a little bit, because yeah, you know, some of it's good and called for, but there has to be a balance. I don't know. That's just my thoughts, but this is a great comment. Guys, you can go and read these comments later yourself. You should really do it because there's so many cool comments, so much cool information. And, oh, this is a good one. So Caroline Jonas said, Roger said that they did not get to go to the filming of the girls on the bicycles, and we know he was bummed about that. And I just remembered, speaking of that, I remember reading some of the other comments, and they were saying, someone had said that, or maybe that was in the live chat, I'm not sure, but someone said that all the bicycle seats had to be replaced because of all the naked girls on it. So apparently the owner of the bikes or the rental shop or whatever said, yeah, those seats all need to be replaced now that you had a bunch of naked bodies on them. So that I found to be very interesting as well. Someone here, I want to address this. Someone said, please, headphones for Queen music. And there was another comment somewhere else where someone said, you can't do Queen music without headphones. And everyone's like, yeah, that's right. And guys, I agree completely, like absolutely. Like I 100% agree with you. What I normally do though, like just when I'm doing the live reactions and things like, you know, and filming and stuff, it's just so much easier to be free of headphones or anything in my head. You guys see me how I'm bobbing my head around, right? You see me doing this crazy stuff. Headphones would be flying all over the place, wires, cables, and I like just being able to be present in the room and just hear my voice without headphones on, you know, when I'm filming. It's just a better feeling for me, you know, plus with the mic and stuff, like I can hear myself better. And I don't know, like with the song, what I do like with so many of these songs is, especially the ones I really, really like, is after the fact, I'll listen to them on my studio monitors. I've got my mastering room the other side over there. I've got really nice studio monitors that are made to precision, really break down the sounds and I can hear it. Or I'll put my headphones on. I do have headphones, guys. They do exist. I use them all the time. And I'll, you know, in my own time, like I can rewind it as many times as I want and things like that. When you're doing a reaction, you know, I've got to start, I got to go to get to the end, and I've got a limited amount of time to kind of just do it, and I can't just keep rewinding back 20 times, even though I think I can with you guys, because you guys love Queen so much. You probably wouldn't care if I rewound it 80 billion times. But yeah, I just kind of like, that's my chill out thing. There's something I look forward to actually after the fact, being able to just, in my own moment, you know, with maybe a nice drink and some popcorn or something, you know, and just listen to the song and really break it down and enjoy it. So thank you for saying that, guys. I do agree with you, and I promise you I do take the time later to really hear the song properly. But I love you guys. Thank you for that. Okay, let's see what we can maybe take. Let's take maybe one or two more, and then let's call it. That's gonna be about 45 minutes. This is the first one. I would like to get some feedback and see what you guys thought of this first episode of this. And yeah, you know, we're just playing it by ear. So many great comments. So yeah, and there's a negative comment. You usually see negative comments. I almost feel like I want to read it, but I'm not, because it's negative. Every once in a while, that surprises me, because I always see only positive comments. But anyways, it's not. It's just yeah. Not everyone's a Queen fan and a fan of what you do sometimes. What can you do? You can't keep everyone happy all the time. So, anyways, I'm going to move on. I should really address that comment, but I don't know. I want to keep this really positive, and I don't feel like addressing now. But maybe in a future video, I will address this comment, and I'm actually going to make a note of it, because I think I'm going to do a separate video on this topic, because sometimes you need to have discussions about things and just break it down. But this is not the one to do it on, not on the premiere of the Queen show. I'm gonna take a little screenshot. That comment will be addressed at some stage. It's not like a bad comment, it's just someone's opinion on their, you know, everyone's got an opinion about things. So we'll talk about it another time. Now, let's get to something positive, another positive one here. Let's see here. Sexism isn't really controversial. Even these days, it's not. You're free to have a laugh or two at the expense of all the underdogs to your heart's content. I think this song were about his and his pals' freedom, not everybody's freedom. Queen could be thoroughly mean and nasty, and not in a good way when they felt like it. I see no reason to sugarcoat it. It is what it is. I think that kind of goes back to the comment we said earlier. You know, I think it's just sometimes people take things a little too serious these days and don't see the laugh in it, or find the humor in something, or, you know, it's just too, you know what I mean? You guys know, like, just lighten up. I don't think they meant anything negative about this song. I think there is a positive, really powerful message. You know, freedom of expression, and to be yourself, and to be in the moment, and not afraid to be in the moment. And, you know, I think that we need more of that. I think it's a positive thing. Mind you, when this song was made, it wasn't 2020, you know, in 2020, we've come a long way as people. You know, there's a lot more acceptance, there's a lot more understanding, there's a lot more people who are actually waking up, you know, to themselves, to the world, to others, showing them a bit more respect and all those positive things. So, you know, it is really, truly, you know, a process. But back then, I can imagine it would have been like even more like, oh my gosh, there's naked girls riding bicycles. And I guess it is not something you expect to see in general. I mean, even one girl riding naked on a bike, you would have been like, what's going on? So yeah, you know, it's one of those things, you know, to each their own. Look, me personally, I'm gonna say this right now, like, I personally am not here to judge anyone's opinions or thoughts. I respect everyone, you know, and what you feel and what you think, you know what I mean? So I just want to point this out so you know, like, whenever I'm giving my commentary, whenever I'm giving my reactions, whenever I'm just talking in general, just know that my thoughts are never meant to be one-sided or be, you know, unfair to anyone, or, you know, like, I don't mean them ever in any such manner, except to literally just express my opinion in the most humblest way possible. And at the end of the day, you can take what I say with a grain of salt and totally just be like, whatever, that's freaking faith, you know, faith, that kooky cuckoo freaking faith. So don't let what I say ever really just take, if it's something that you can use in your life and it's something of value that you can apply and be like, yeah, look, I'm going to take that. That's going to really be something positive I can apply to my life. Then by all means, take that. But if it's something that you're like, what is she even talking about? Like, I didn't even understand what. Then just like go. That's faith for you. And laugh it off and just keep going. So anyways, guys, I think we've had a really good time with this. I could actually read one more. Let's read one more here. And okay, we're gonna read this one here because this is almost at the bottom of the freaking barrel here, and it says, this is from Lasuna77. What's up, Lasuna? I actually seen your name a few times in comments. Thanks for commenting. And it says this is a fun song. Queen weren't there for the girls riding the bikes. They were out of the country. The company that rented them the bikes, when they found out naked girls hadn't ridden them, made them replace all the seats on the bikes used in the video. Freddie is so creative. After seeing the Tour de France, he wrote this song, Love the Bells. When they did this live, the audience would have bells and ring them. And by the way, Freddie didn't really not like Star Wars. It's just part of the lyrics. After this, to show he was okay with Star Wars, he would come on stage riding on the shoulders of Darth Vader until George Lucas told them they had to stop. Wow, what a comment. That was so much information in that comment. And it's amazing when you read, it's like, because everyone has these little pockets of information, and it's like they have got a little bit, they've got a little bit. Then you know, it's really cool. This has been a really cool experience for me. I feel like actually going through and reading these comments and doing this like this, I think is a really fun way to tell a story and to talk about Queen and to, yeah, just have a little fun, just a debriefing of the song. I think this is a format that just might work. So you guys let me know in the comments below. Much love to every single person. Thank you all for the comments, 89 of you. Thank you very much. And yeah, I really, truly appreciate all of you. I have nothing but love for all of you. You guys mean the world to me. And yeah, guys, you rock. You really do rock. And I love our family, and much love to you. Remember, live each moment to the fullest and keep it off tap. Yeah, this is the end of episode 1 of the Queen Show. I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you guys for tuning in on YouTube and the podcast. Whoa, always wanted to say that. That is freaking awesome. I actually have started a couple podcasts in the past, but they kind of got pushed to the wayside a little bit because, you know, YouTube took preference, and just my time is limited. And but this way, doing it like this, I kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm doing a video for YouTube, and I'm doing a podcast for the podcast people. You know, it's great. Everyone wins. So guys, thanks for watching again, and thanks for listening. If you're listening, thanks for watching. If you're watching, thank you all. I appreciate you. Subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, you're on the podcast, go subscribe on YouTube. And if you're watching this on a podcast where there's a channel where it says follow, then follow, please. Thanks. All right, I'm ending this, signing off, and yeah, this time I'm really going. I'm serious. I'm not gonna freaking. I'm just ending it. See ya.